one, please click our video playlist. This particular episode, we are going to be viewing a brief clip from the Clay Kane Show. Clay Kane is a best-selling author of the new book, The Bridge. And here in this clip, he breaks down the history of Black History Month after comments made by
Go get him, Tiger.
Literate. His father couldn't read or write. His mother taught him to read or write. Carter G. Woodson, who went to Frederick Douglass High School later in West Virginia, and then would go back and become a principal at that high school. I'm not going to go into the whole amazing career of Carter G. Woodson, who also was a dean at Howard for a brief period of time, as far as the liberal arts section of Howard. He went to Harvard. Just amazing educator, Carter G. Woodson.
Yeah.
So he is the founder of Black History Month. But let me tell you how it began. Carter G. Woodson was at Harvard, and he had a history teacher named Edward Channing. Real demon. Real gargoyle. Real demon. Real gargoyle. Just a horrible, racist teacher, right? Carter G. Woodson is in this classroom, I believe the only black man in the classroom at Harvard. And he hears his history teacher say, Edward Channing, who is considered like one of the icons of American history. This is a quote. He said, "The Negro has no history."
Nothing to see here. Please, Pittsburgh.
That's what Edward Channing says as Carter G. Woodson's in this class. Carter G. Woodson says, what? Hold up.
Awkward.
What happened?
No, say what now?
Raise his hand. And he says, "No people lack a history."
The suspense is terrible. He's gonna go this time. I hope it'll last.
He responds to the Professor Channing.
Maybe you should shut up.
And you know what Professor Channing says to Carter G. Woodson? "Prove it to me."
Oh, no, he didn't.
Go get him, Tiger.
Oh, no, he didn't say that. Okay.
And Carter G. Woodson said, "Oh, okay. This is a challenge? Bro, I'm from deep poverty. My parents were formerly enslaved. You want a challenge? Okay, feel like you want to go, let's go." It was that moment in Carter G. Woodson's life that he made this commitment that we must teach Black history.
Yeah. Now, when was it?
So before we continue on, again, I'd like to give a huge thanks to the Sirius XM 126 family and the Clay Kane Show for this excellent discussion and breakdown on the history of Black History Month. If you did not see The Real History Revealed Part 1, The History of Black History Month, please check out my live from earlier today. A link will be in the description below. Now back to Clay Kane and Reese Colbert for more of their discussion on Carter G. Woodson's contribution to Black History Month.
History.
Yeah. Now, when was this? What year was
This
this?
was in the 19 teens.
Okay.
So he said, "I'm going to make sure it is my mission to prove this gargoyle wrong, to prove this devil wrong. It's my mission to do this. How dare you say that? How dare you?" So in the 19 teens, he's one of the founders of the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History. Carter G. Woodson, Andrew L. Jackson, and Dr. George Cleveland Hall. The other two you may not know, but they are the founders of the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History. All right? By 1926, they create Negro History Week. So mind you, Carter G. Woodson in his mind has this devil teacher telling him that Negro has no history. And so he literally, this is his life's work.
Yeah.
And in doing this, he's digging through archives. He's working with other people to gather all, because it wasn't accessible. Now, you do have the work of the boys and other people, but much of the shit that you're learning is the lost cause narrative. Folks who don't know, the lost cause was the narrative after the Civil War to try and rewrite the history of the Civil War. That, these enslaved people were happy, they were doing okay. It was about states' rights, it wasn't about slavery, all that bullshit. Then the Daughters of the Confederacy wrote a bunch of the textbooks. He's fighting back against all this. So Negro history launches, and it goes viral, if you will. It goes viral for the time. There's a big convention around it. And he chooses a particular time of the year. He chooses mid-February. Why does he choose mid-February? Because it is the birthday of my man, Frederick Douglass, and also the birthday of Abraham Lincoln. It's problematic. But folks don't know this. In the 1920s, that was already a time span that Black folks would celebrate. We don't do that anymore. But during the second week of February, that was when there was a lot of celebration.
Okay, yeah.
To commemorate the birthday of Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln, kind of like how we do Dr. King, right? It's already a time of celebration. So the reason why Carter G. Woodson chooses this time isn't because it's the shortest month of the year. No. It's because this is what Black folks were already doing. And what Carter G. Woodson didn't like is that y'all are celebrating these two, not knowing their history. You're with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Carter G. Woodson was saying? If they would have been born in mid-October, then that would have been Black History Month.
Right.
He was going with how people were already celebrating. This is really important. But it goes viral, Negro History Week, and he specifically gears it to young people, to young Black people.
I want to take a moment before we end with the last clip, which I think is very important, to highlight the fact that the reason that Negro History Week starts in 1926 by Carter G. Woodson, the second man to get a PhD from Harvard after W.E.B. Du Bois, who is going to be mentioned in the very next clip, is in response to the man on the screen, the goofy racist Edward Channing, who would become the president of the American Historical Association in 1920. If you want to know his contributions to the conversation, please see the live from earlier. I want to thank Clay Kane again and the Sirius XM family for all of their hard work and scholarship. I own a copy of the Griff, so if you do not own a copy, I would definitely encourage you to go out and get one. It is full of invaluable information that you would definitely find useful. So the last segment discusses how Negro History Week would eventually expand and become extremely popular.
A few moments later.
Perhaps the greatest single accomplishment of the Black artistic movement of the 1920s was Negro History Week. Du Bois said it.
Okay.
Freeman. Du Bois says it.
Hello.
It was a movement. And also what's really cool about it is that there would be new findings every single year. This is the construction of Black history. This is before, the Civil Rights Movement. This is before Bayard Rustin and Dr. King, A. Philip Randolph, and Fannie Lou Hamer. This is before all of that. Those are the core things we learn about today, but there's new findings. They're like anthropologists. They're doing deep research, trying to find the truth from this bullshit lost cause narrative. Carter G. Woodson passes away in 1950 at the...
Again, if you would like to hear more of their conversation on the history of Black History Month, or if you would like a deeper dive on the characters that are pictured on the screen, from Edward Channing to Dr. Carter G. Woodson, and even the role that the venerable actor Morgan Freeman played in bringing this bit of maybe clearly little known Black history to the stage, then please see my live. You can look at the playlist, and there will also be a link in the description below for the full conversation from the Clay Kane Show channel, as well as a link to the live from Real History Revealed Part 1. Thank you, be safe, and have a great evening.